Om Agyantimirandasya Jananjanan Shalakaya Takshurun Militandina Tasmaya Shri Graveen Maha Prabhupada Ki Jai TOVP Ki Jai London Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. So thank you very much for inviting us to this program and presenting the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium. Today is also the disappearance day of Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who was a great saint, one of our Param Gurus, who lived in Mayapur most of his life. One devotee came to see him one time and he said that, you know, I've just purchased a little bit of land here, not far from your bhajan kutir. So I'm going to build a little hut here and I will do my bhajan here. And hopefully I can get a lot of your association, Maharaj. And Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, oh, that's very, very astonishing. Very astonishing. That you've actually bought a plot of land here. Actually, all the wealth of Vaikuntha put together, you cannot even equal 1 grain of dust of Sridham Mayapur. And yet you bought a great plot. This is very, very astonishing, very, very wonderful. I think we have an impossible mission here. So, this is the glories of the Dham. Why it's so glorious, Nityananda Prabhu is revealing that it's glorious because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has invented to give the Yuga Dharma for the living entities of Kali Yuga, to take them back to Godhead. This was his compassion. And Nityananda Prabhu, being his chief Sanapati, used to go to the people and tell them to chant the holy names of Krishna. That he used to say, all these living entities are sleeping, you should wake up, wake up. Gauranga Mahaprabhu has come to give you something that's incalculable. You cannot estimate the value of this. The holy names, the happiness that you will get from this. Everybody is seeking happiness in whatever field of life they follow. People work hard to get money for happiness. People chase after women for happiness. Kings wage wars against other kings for happiness. People commit suicide for happiness. So whatever you are doing in life is for happiness. That is the goal. No matter what avenue you're on, the goal is happiness. So, Nityananda Prabhu is saying, Mahaprabhu has come to give you this, a greater happiness that you can never experience. Happiness is our goal, we must admit. But Mahaprabhu is giving something that's incomparable. You cannot compare to this happiness. It's millions of times greater than any other happiness that we will achieve. And it's free. You don't have to, and it's anxiety-less. You just take to the process of chanting Hare Krishna and you're going to experience something far, far greater than you've ever experienced before. So he said that the fortunate people, some fortunate people are taking, but also many people do not take. So he said we should, why the people, these unfortunate people, what is the symptom of their misfortune? And he said the symptom is that they are overconfident of their own intelligence to become happy in this life, to complete their goals in this life and be happy. They're overconfident on this, and therefore they cannot accept the gift of the holy name when it's being given freely. So this is their misfortune. But still, anyway, by the mercy of the devotees, even the unfortunate, if they simply chant the names of Nityananda and Gauranga, still they can be delivered, they can become purified from their mentality of being very proud of their own endeavors to achieve their happiness in this life, which was very, very meager. So Like this, Nityananda Prabhu would tell all the people of the world to chant the holy names and take to the process of Krishna consciousness. Even the great sinners are delivered. In this Mahaprabhu's incarnation, there is no consideration. He's not considering piety or impiety. He's simply giving. Generally, there is demands made by, like when Krishna was here 5,000 years ago, he made demand. Sarvadanam paritaja mamikam sara. You surrender first. People are finding that difficult. So in this incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is not making any demands. He's simply giving. You simply take, that's all. You take Krishna consciousness, take the chanting of holy names, and give to others. So then offenses do not hinder one's progress in Krishna consciousness, as follows of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu, he doesn't accept these offenses. Of course, you're expected to give up your offenses when you accept Mahaprabhu's mission and his gift of the holy name. But that's right. Jagai Madai, they're the examples. They were so sinful, Jagai Madai. Yet they were delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He didn't consider all their offenses. He actually absorbed all of their offenses in himself. So this incarnation, he's not considering qualification or disqualification. You simply take Krishna consciousness and you dance in ecstasy. So in other places, even the holy places like Vrindavan, if the people get punished there for offenses, you get punished. But in Navadvip, that's a very merciful place. Just like King Kamsa, he killed Krishna. Sorry, the other way around. King Kamsa was killed by Krishna. And Kamsa, he merged into the body of Krishna. He got some kind of liberation for some time. But when he appeared as Chankazi, the guy that Kamsa in Krishna Lila became Chankazi in Gaur Lila. When he became the Chankazi, he got love of Godhead. Mahaprabhu gave him love of Godhead. He tried to stop the movement, the Sankirtan movement, just like Kamsa was trying to stop the Krishna consciousness movement. But there you see, Kamsa was killed, and here, as Chankazi, he was given love of Godhead. This is the difference between the two tattvas, Vrindavan and Mayapur. So this is the nature of Sri Navadvip Dham, the Adhoja Dham. It's one of giving, it's in a mood of giving. And practically speaking, this is the only thing that can help the living entities of Kali Yuga. Processes of karma, gyan, yoga, they don't work in Kali Yuga. They're not powerful enough. Varnashram, knowledge, meditation. You can't do these in this age of Kali. Nor is it recommended. So this is the nature of Sri Navadvip Dham. It's coming to give service to Krishna, specifically Namaseva, because we are by nature the eternal servants of Krishna. And we need service more than anything in our life, service to Krishna. But nobody in this world is giving service to Krishna. And all of the leaders, they're giving us promises of our own happiness, which we never actually get. We've heard about happiness, just like Prahlad Maharaj. He said, actually, you've heard about happiness, but it doesn't exist. They're talking of happiness. You've heard, if you do this, you'll be happy. But actually, when you get your achievement, then you want something else. You're not really happy. So happiness is simply a word. It doesn't really exist. And Prahlad was only 5 years old. He detected. So only by devotional service we can become happy in this world. And who is giving devotional service? Our parents are not giving, the teachers are not giving, the scientists are not giving. They're supposed to be the leaders, the politicians. Nobody is giving service to the living entities. So this was Srila Prabhupada's greatness. He came, he picked us out of the gutter of material existence, and he gave us service to Krishna. This is what the living entity needs more than anything else. So this is the nature of Navadvip Dham. It's called Adodhya Dham. Means generosity. One is in a mood of giving. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in this mood of giving. That's all, giving. And because he has assumed this form and mood, all of his devotees, when they appear with him, they also take on the same mood. So everything in Mayapur has this mood of he wants to give to others. Everything there is for the pleasure of Mahaprabhu and takes on the mood of Mahaprabhu. It's one of giving. So if we adopt that mood also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if you adopt that mood of also giving, then you become Dhambasi, because your consciousness is the same as the Dhambasi's. And without, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, without this message of Navadvip, without devotional service, without the chanting of the holy names of Krishna, no one can be delivered in this world. So we see all the living entities doing whatever they're doing, but they're not engaged in service. Where are they going? What is their destination? It's simply to the jaws of Yamaraj, or the cycle of birth and death. That is the destination of everyone who is not Krishna consciousness. So it's imperative that Krishna consciousness is given to the whole world, and this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to give. Yeah, so this is what Mahaprabhu is. He's coming to give us seva. He's giving service to himself, and he is Radha Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya. By serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Radha Krishna, it means we're serving Radha Krishna. This way we can approach Radha Krishna in Kali Yuga. Not any other way, only through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is his mission. He wants everybody to take to this process of Krishna consciousness. So his desire is, as we've been hearing, is to manifest this wonderful temple, very astonishing temple. Srila Prabhupada said that you European and American boys and girls, now you will become Europeanized, although you're mostly from Indian backgrounds, but you're all Europeanized now. You're used to doing something very wonderful, so go to Mayapur and build a skyscraper. This was Prabhupada's transcendental explanation of Adbhut Mandir Hoy Bibikash Gauranga Nitya Seva. Go and build a skyscraper. So the appeal is, Prabhupada's given the order to you. You're now all Europeans and Americans, mostly Europeans here now. So Prabhupada said, you Europeans, you build that temple. So therefore, he was very slow with sending in the facilities for building a temple. So now Nityananda Prabhu has personally come on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. He's coming to remind you what Prabhupada's ordered you all to do as your Europeans and Americans, to build this temple. So Nityananda Prabhu has kindly come to collect your dues that Srila Prabhupada has ordered you all to give, and make this movement very successful. So the idea is that we're giving Krishna consciousness, we're giving everybody an opportunity to engage in Krishna consciousness. And this is their perfection, to become Krishna consciousness and then give Krishna consciousness to others. This is Mahaprabhu's mission. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that when you see that all these living entities who are lost without Krishna consciousness, and you develop a heartfelt compassion for these living entities who are simply staying in the cycle of birth and death. When you experience that compassion, he says that at that very moment, the curtain of Maya will be lifted, and you will actually realize the transcendental nature of the spiritual world, the transcendental world. The spiritual Dharma will be revealed to that person who actually has these consciousness. He's compassionate towards others, and he wants to give everyone Krishna consciousness, because that is Dharma consciousness. All the Dharma and the Dharmabashis, they have this consciousness. So when we develop that same consciousness, then we become Dharmabasi in consciousness. Then the holy Dharma will be revealed to that person. So as Srila Prabhupada said, this temple is already existing. Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur had a vision when he was staying in Navadvip. He gazed across the Ganga and he saw what he described as a mansion. And it was illuminated for miles and miles around. And he asked his son who was with him, "You can see?" He said, "Yes, I see." Then he asked the servant who was with them. He said, "I cannot see." So Bhaktivedanta Thakur next morning went across the other side of the Ganga, and there were some old Vaishnavas, and they explained, actually, this is the actual birthplace for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's here. So anyway, Prabhupada said, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he had that vision. He saw the temple, and then he gave an example. That he said, when Arjuna was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and Krishna showed him his form of time, and he saw all the warriors were rushing into the mouths of Krishna, and he was chewing and eating all the soldiers. Bhishma, Kamna, Drona were all being chewed by this huge form of time that Krishna had manifested. And he said, "Arjuna, look, everyone is already killed by me. I've already killed everyone on the battlefield." This was before the battle took place. "I've already killed everyone. But now you pick up your Gandhava bow and you actually do the work of killing. And you will get the credit, Arjuna. You will become the great hero of this Kurukshetra battle." So similarly, Srila Prabhupada said, this temple is already existing, but you have to go out and put the bricks and cement and build it, manifest it. And then Prabhupada said, you will get the credit. He said, if you don't do it, someone will do it in the future. But it has to happen because it's the Lord's desire. So better you do it and you will get the credit. So we're being offered so much facility for this great project. We get so much benediction from the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Panchatattva. And Srila Prabhupada, when he was asked if we can bring the Queen of England and the President of America to open the temple of TOVP, will Bhaktivedanta Thakur be pleased? Prabhupada said he will be very pleased. He will come personally and take you by the hand and take you back home, back to Kota. TOVP ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Shamaveda Bhaktivedanta ki, Jai Nitai Go Premanandi. Thank you.